My name is Bianca Renee. I have a YouTube channel called Bianca Renee Today. Do I have any girlfriends in the building? Okay, I see. I basically dedicated my life and my channel to educating everyone on how to rock their naturally curly hair and embracing the hair that you have. But I am so honored to be here with Sally Beauty. I've been working with them since 2022. And I'm just so grateful for their partnership over the past couple of years. So I'm also a fan of their products. I'm a big fan of Bon Bar. Has anyone tried Bon Bar yet? Oh, okay. We have some fans. If you haven't tried it yet, check out those tote bags. You might have a little something there for you, as well as amazing other brands as well. So thank you so much for everyone for coming. Today we're going to kick off Sally Beauty's first ever Rooted in Success event. So you guys made history today by coming to the first ever. And a massive thank you to our partners at the Black Hair Experience. Today we're here to inspire, engage, and connect HBCU students, entrepreneurs, and industry leaders making waves in the beauty space so everyone leaves more rooted in success, even beyond these four walls. So let's get started with my lovely panelists. I'm sure you're going to recognize their brands. They're probably already in your shower as we speak. If not, they will be after today. But let's start it off with Jessica, and introduce yourself, please.
Wow. I didn't know we were doing this part, but I'm Jessica Dupart, founder, CEO of Kaleidoscope Hair Products.
Keep going. Hi, I'm Simone Jordan, and I lead Shea Moisture. I lead its purpose, thank you, purpose, partnerships, and experiential for the brand.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sanait Sagai, and I am the textured hair care buyer for Sally Beauty.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tara Williams, and I'm the CEO of Made for Locks.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sita E. Lash, and I'm the founder, inventor, and CEO of Puff Cuff.
Amazing. Well, we are here today kicking off Rooted in Success, which celebrates young Black entrepreneurs. Sally Beauty has a well-established track record of supporting entrepreneurs, top brands, celebrity brands, and emerging brands with over 100 textured hair brands, over 50 which are Black-owned or founded. Let's give it up for Sally Beauty. Sally Beauty believes the Black Hair Experience and their journey is rooted in pride within the Black community and their platform. It helps to elevate Black founders and textured hair innovators in celebrating the hair from the brand's earliest days into the future. So my first question is to you, Jessica. What was the first step you took when starting your business? Go back to the beginning.
Wow, that was a long time ago. Makes me feel really old.
How long ago?
10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years ago for the hair brand. I was a hairstylist, and I started Kaleidoscope Hair Studio. And from there, I started Kaleidoscope Hair Products. A mentor of mine at the time was like, you should offer products. And I was like, I'm doing hair. Like, I don't have to do all of that. But he convinced me to actually start to sell products, and I learned to leverage social media, and God had a way bigger purpose for my life than I ever expected, and I'm happy to be here.
Amazing, thank you. And let's just keep going down.
Okay, sorry, repeat the question, Bianca.
What was the first?
Forgot.
I know, how did I, because I thought we were talking about the entrepreneurial journey, and I think I can still talk about the entrepreneurial journey for Shea Moisture, even though I am within a business and leading a business. I've been with Shea Moisture for 7 years, so I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of change with the business, and I'm honored to have been at the helm of how we've supported our community the whole time. So I actually did not think I would be with a beauty business. I've centered my career in supporting Black communities. I work with civil rights organizations. I did not know that this could be a space that also could lean into the beauty space. Our founder, Rich Lou Dennis, he had a vision that as a brand, Shea Moisture should not just be about products, but also be about serving its community, and that's how I got here. And so it's been a journey. I think the part that's so interesting, again, is just finding people who are not necessarily just in the beauty space, to enter into your businesses and be able to serve that purpose and serve these different ways that our community shows up. And that's been my journey with Shea Moisture.
Amazing. I actually want to jump to Sita and Datara. You both participated in the accelerator programs at Sally Beauty. Datara, you won the Cultivate program. And Sita, you were awarded the President's Innovation Award. I'd like to pass that same question to you guys as well.
I'll start. So for us, there was definitely a white space in the beauty industry. I've personally had locks for over 13 years, and we were always an afterthought. You would go to the beauty supply aisle, and there's no products that said locks on it. You would go to brands, and you're like, can I use your products? And they're like, yeah. And then it's like heavy creams, and we're like, no. So a lot of products that we use cause buildup. So for us, it was definitely meeting a white space and curating an experience, because we don't just sell products. It's an experience for our customers to have a place that they can call home, and we make products with them in mind first. Made for locks.
So I started my journey to entrepreneurship, which I didn't think it was a journey. I thought I was just creating a product that would be sold on the weekends and on eBay, maybe on Amazon. But back at least 13 years ago, I decided to transition, and it wasn't one of those things to where I was like having an inner experience and trying to just discover myself. I literally went longer between touch-ups, and when I did that, all of the dandruff and dermatitis and everything else that I had been suffering from since because I had been having a relaxer since I was 10, all of a sudden it just magically disappeared. So my body just exhaled. And at that point, I was like, I'm never going back to straightening my hair with chemicals anymore. And with that, I needed to be able to style my hair that I had not seen since I was a child, and also had no resources. There was no influencers at that time. The Google was young, the Alibaba was young, the YouTube I don't even think existed at that time. So I was like a fish out of water, like how am I going to style this hair that I've never seen for at least 15, 20 years. I don't want to straighten it, and I want to look in a way that I feel professional as well as I feel comfortable in my own skin. So I would have to use I know we got some folks, shoestrings, pantyhose,
DIY.
That goody ouchless headband. Sorry, I said a brand, but yes, a goody ouchless headband that was not ouchless, to try and cinch my hair up and have it stay up all day, and then not have a blazing headache or have thinning edges by the time you got into your routine. And I'm like, this is stupid. The fact that I have to alter something that was not even meant to be used in this way to embrace the hair that God gave me. So with that, the puff cuff came about. And it literally was out of a personal need, but I had no idea that it would grow to the brand that it is today. We're available. Sally Beauty was actually the first to bring us in store and put us on shelves through the Sally Beauty Cultivate program. And then so far, we sell. It's been you all, I know I'm taking probably longer than what I needed, but it's been you all that have spread the word about Puff Cuff globally through social media and just sharing it with your girlfriends, your mothers, your family, your husbands. I just, gave a Puff Cuff to, because our guys are growing out hair too, and everybody equally hates the elastic band. It wasn't meant for us. It was meant to bind straight hair together, bind fine strands together, and we already have thickness and bulk. We just need something to comfortably hold our hair in place. So that's where the puff cuff came from.
I love the innovation. It is always crazy how it takes so long for us to learn. It's a common journey that we don't know how to do the hair that naturally came out of our head. We had to relearn in our adult years. And I hope that narrative can change for our next generation and our kids growing up, that they can learn how to do their hair when they are kids and not just having to relearn and having to figure out what tools to use once they're an adult. So creating a business off the ground is not easy, so kudos to all of you ladies. I'd love to learn a little bit more about what you, as an entrepreneur, found to be helpful when getting your business off the ground. Was it having a mentor? What sense of community with other brand founders? Was it a community you built around your brand that kept you motivated? I'd love to hear your input, starting with Jessica.
Repeat the question, I'm sorry.
So what was helpful with getting your business off the ground? Did you have a mentor? Were you just inspired by your community? Like, what kept you motivated to keep going?
Honestly, my community and the community I was building, I realized my purpose, and I realized that what I was doing was bigger than just me, and that the more that I grew, the more that I inspired people, the more people felt like they could do it if I could do it, because I'm just somebody, you know, I'm not college trained or anything. Had 3 children before the age of 19. And if I'm able to do it, anybody could do it. So that's what not only kept me going, but keeps me going all the time.
It's amazing. Extra kudos for starting anything with children. I can tell you that ain't easy. So Simone, you are here representing Shea Moisture, a brand that has been a staple in our community for forever. It also seems you had a product that seemingly blew up overnight. I can say that Shea Moisture was actually the very first brand I ever reviewed on my channel. And this is a very full circle moment right now. Shout out to the coconut and hibiscus curl enhancing smoothie. Still the best. I still think still the best. But as we all know, our hair care and hairstyles evolve over time. So what sense of responsibility does a brand like Shea Moisture feel has the texture space, as it evolves? And how has the team worked with the community to aid innovation?
Yeah. So I think the first question I asked Bianca, I was like, hey, I saw that your first journey was with Shea Moisture, but are you using it today? And she was like, Coco Hib is still that girl. So like for me, I was like, yes, okay, like that. Those are the ways that we make sure that we're still creating products that served her in her initial journey with her hair. And it was really about creating that love for your hair. When we came out, you saw a lot of people doing a big chop. You saw people really taking their hair as an expression of who they were. And we want to continue that to this day. What we know in this space is that, you know, it was the big chop. And, you know, Jessica can probably say as a stylist, like, there's many ways that we do our hair that empower us, and we're trying to make sure that we create products for that. That means now, even if you're natural, you can still wear your hair straight. You don't have to put the chemicals on it, but you're still blow drying, you're still straightening your hair. So what we want to make sure as a brand is that we're going along that journey, we're evolving with the person who came in initially, we're bringing in new people who are starting to just get on that journey to love their hair, and we've done that. Just want to make sure you know that Coco Hib, all of the products that you love, all of the products that we source 100% shea butter from our cooperatives in Ghana, those products are still at Sally Beauty. You can still get them at Sally Beauty. So a lot of your hero SKUs, I'm talking in CPG terms, guys, all of your favorite products, you can still get those at Sally Beauty, but we're continuing to innovate as well. So, you know, we're making sure that we're looking at collections that can strengthen the bonds of your hair. We're looking at men's grooming lines. So you guys can also partake in Shea Moisture products. And then we have kids collections. We have something for the whole family. So, you know, when I first came in, I remember the founders, they were like, hey, go onto the social media and see what people are telling us they want. And that's how we'll innovate. We're still doing that. So we're looking at the ingredients that you guys are telling us are trending, and we're trying to make sure that we can provide products that meet your needs.
Well, you're definitely doing that. I feel like Shea Moisture has a new line like every month that I gotta buy the new next hot thing. So I love that you go back to your community and ask what people actually want. I really respect that. Tonight, you work in merchandising with Sally Beauty, specifically focusing on textured hair category. What drives Sally Beauty to bring on new textured hair brands and impact innovation there? What is Sally looking for in a brand?
So I want to start off by asking everyone a question. Does anyone recall back in the day walking into a store looking for hair products for curly hair, type 3, type 4 hair, only to leave empty-handed because they didn't have products catered to your hair type?
Oh, yes.
I know that all too well, right? Sally Beauty recognized that there is a gap in the industry, and it is now our commitment to show up for the consumer, the texture consumer, where they are. I don't know how many of you guys know this, but Sally Beauty was the first retailer to launch Mael, the fastest growing texture hair care brand in the market. Yeah, big win, big win. We were also one of the first retailers to launch Shea Moisture. We were one of the first retailers to launch Kaleidoscope. We also launched other Black-owned and Black-founded brands like The Main Choice. We were first to market Salon Professional Black-owned brand Design Essentials. And through our Cultivate program, we launched 2 incredible Black-owned brands, Puff Cuff and Made for Locks, and just recently, Juices of Botanics and Luxie. So lots of great wins in texture at Sally Beauty, and we're so proud to be able to pave the way for other retailers. It is our focus to diversify our product assortment and ensure that there's a widespread distribution. That way, any Sally Beauty store you go to, you find products for your hair. And I'm going to end it off with a quote by Alicia Brooks, the CEO of the Black Hair Experience. She said, "You cannot have a conversation about black hair, black beauty, black culture without acknowledging the impact Sally Beauty has made."
Love it. It's always great to see brands and retailers investing in the textured hair space. And to the founders, I would love to know what it has taken you to grow your business into household names. How have you been able to scale and grow your business as an entrepreneur? Jessica, I'll start with you again.
It keeps coming back over here. As Sanai said, Sally was actually one of the first to ever take us in. And they also took us deep. They didn't just take one thing, they took the whole assortment, they understood. And it's really hard, y'all, it is hard as hell to get into retail. So not only do you get in, but then you have to convince them to get the whole collection. Sally leaned in really good with us in our beginning stages and took whole collections. And so Sally Beauty has been like an amplifier of my brand's voice, and continuing to grow and market on social media has helped us extremely. We have been able to identify a consumer by just being ourselves. You know, we are the non-traditional brand, so we might twerk versus give you an educational video. But that has worked, and people appreciate that because that's just who we are and that's how we show up.
Gotta stay authentic. And Datara, same question for you. What did it take for you to grow your business?
Our tribe, our customers, day ones. For us, we really go back to our tribe and ask them what they want from us, where do they want to see us. I remember even being in the Cultivate program, and we had the opportunity, and we had to go to them and say, hey, do you guys want us in stores? Because a lot of the times as small brands, we grow and we're like, hey, we want to see ourselves on shelves, but then nobody's going in store to buy it. So we had to reach back to our community and say, do you want us in stores, and do you want us in Sally Beauties? So those were some of the first questions we asked our tribe. At first they said no, because they didn't want to share the products. They were like, we're gonna have a hard time getting it now, no. But we really talked through it as a community. We ended up with 30 stores, and it quickly became an issue because people, we have people all over the nation, and they couldn't get us in stores. And so we're happy to say we'll be in 1,000 Sally stores in August of this year.
Wow, congratulations.
And that's to our community because they showed up and they showed out and they cleared those shelves, and Sally had to put some respect on our name.
Same for you, yes.
First and primarily, I believe this brand was ordained by God. This whole thing came to me in a way that I had the idea, didn't necessarily know it was bigger than me, but literally the Lord is like, this is bigger than you. This is for your people. This is for the little girl who has been looking in the mirror thinking, I want my hair to be straight. I want my hair to be long. I want my hair to be this, that, and the other, and not necessarily knowing how to, and the mothers of those girls, knowing that there are tools out there that can help them embrace the hair that God gave them. So I get those stories from women that are 70 years old that have struggled with their curls, and this is across all races, that, it was the puff cuff that allowed them to put their hair up and look at themselves and be like, you know what, I like what I see, and I'm not struggling with this. So it literally is the community and listening to the community. That's why we have 5 sizes of the puff cuff. Maybe not everybody knows, but we have 5-inch all the way down to about 1.25 inches, because we can style our hair in different ways. I have not had the versatility. I did not know I had the versatility of my hair did not come through until I stopped straightening it chemically, because then it was like, okay, I've spent so much time trying to keep it straight that it was like, this is a lot more responsibility than I necessarily do. And now that I have it in micro locks, the freedom is awesome. So I wanted to make a tool that you could use whether you were locked, twists, braided, coily, curly, whatever, that you can have something that you feel comfortable in the way that you look, and you have a tool that's meant for you that is not gonna cause you pain or cause you to have to alter your hair's natural state or cause you to have hair damage. So it's all because of you.
Thank you. Now let's switch to navigating the corporate world. It's one thing to be selling products maybe out of your garage, telling a friend to tell a friend, but then the corporate world might be a little different. So I'd love to hear from all of you on your experience and how it's been navigating the beauty industry. Simone and Sinait, I'd love to pose a question to you as you both have navigated the corporate world. We'll start with Simone.
And you're just saying how, sorry, there's a bit of noise up here. It's like I lose some of the question. You're saying how has it been to navigate the corporate world?
Yes.
So, yes, we all know the story of Shea Moisture, Black founded, Black owned, and in 2018, I believe, 2017, we were acquired. And we joined Unilever, the Unilever family. And I know a lot of people know about that move, but they don't necessarily know what happened afterwards. And so I always try to celebrate whenever I can speak on it, is that it's truly a partnership. It provided the resources that allowed us to scale our businesses, have more supply and more distribution. It's also been a part that's really close to me, is that it also really doubled down on how we can support our communities. And I think you're hearing it from each lady on the stage that community is important. We did not lose that in the acquisition. So for me, it allowed us to go faster, be able to support so many more people than what we were able to do alone. And so, yes, when we think about acquisition, it feels like, is that hard to navigate? And if you truly create a partnership with that company, it shouldn't be as hard to navigate. And I think one of the key ways that you can build that partnership is ensuring that the leadership is there. I've been fortunate to stay on as leadership from pre-acquisition to now after the business has been acquired. And I can center what we do. I can still tell them that in order to remain a staple in our community, in order for us to be able to impact our communities in the ways that they were attracted to when they thought about buying the brand, then these are the ways that they have to do it. So I know that journey isn't always easy for a lot of brands because they may not have the actual leadership there to impact the decisions that are made, but I'm impacting the decisions that are made. I have Carly Teneo, who's in the back of the room, and she's been on the brand pre-acquisition and probably over 10 years. And she impacts how we show up to our communities in an experiential way. We have Jared, who has been with the brand pre-acquisition, and he's still working with Sally and working with our customers and our retailers to say, this is how we're gonna show up and ensure that we're keeping our truth of how we serve our community at the forefront. So it's not an easy journey. It's not a journey that everyone wants to go on, but I can tell you with Shea Moisture, I'm sitting on this stage to say that we figured it out. We put the leadership, we put the people in place that are continuing to allow us to navigate how we were pre-acquisition.
And can I add one thing to what she's saying? You have two people right here that have been touched by the Shea Moisture magic of reaching back into the community. Shea Moisture paid for us, right? Us.
It's hard through new voices too.
Us to attend. Yes.
Yes, new voices.
Yes, go to Dartmouth college. So we are Dartmouth.
Right. They paid for us to go to the Dartmouth Tuck School of Business for entrepreneurial leadership. And they are serious about being for the community. And the whole thing is not necessarily just to say that we received it. When we get to where we're going, then we pour it back into you. Because the amount of Black excellence in the products that we have and the products that everyone uses, we are a commodity. Our dollars are a commodity. And the thing is, we have to be very purposeful in how not only just taking care of ourselves, but bringing up those behind us.
Yeah, thank you for that. Can I just add one more point too? We're having like a little love fest right now. So I know she spoke about the Dartmouth program, but it really made, when I went backstage and I was like, I see Datara, I see Sita, I'm here. I was there for the programs. I have seen your journeys, even as serial entrepreneurs, through New Voices, which was the fund that came out of the acquisition. So again, I think the key is we're not just putting money out there. We're not just sending businesses to programs and you don't know the people behind those decisions, but we're here. I'm here for their journeys. And part of what we are, the responsibility of our partner now, Unilever, is to say, you're not just taking care of our businesses, but you're taking care of the businesses that are coming behind us to have similar opportunities if they choose to.
I'm so glad you shared that, because being acquired can have mixed emotions with people, but people don't always think about the major benefits and being able to scale and give back in different ways that you wouldn't be able to if you were still doing it on your own. So I appreciate you sharing that with us. Same question for us tonight. What is your experience navigating the beauty industry in the corporate world?
So as a woman of color, I've definitely experienced challenges, but also opportunities that have really helped shape my journey. As a buyer, I've been able to navigate the beauty space by seeking out diverse brands and leading initiatives that really align with my values. And so through the last 2 years here at Sally Beauty, we've been able to, like I mentioned earlier, we've had a lot of wins. And a big win for me was to really lean in on our product assortment. And so in August, we were able to bring in 84 new SKUs. And then just last week, we launched 20 additional new SKUs. So it's really important for me, and it's really important for Sally Beauty to show up for the community, to show up for the category. And then from a marketing perspective, we partnered with Curl Fest last year, which was a huge success. And as Simone mentioned, it's really important to show up for the community. So to be able to meet our consumer and engage with them on a more personal level was incredible. But it doesn't stop there. As an organization, it is our commitment to always show up for the community and continue to amplify voices in this space.
Great. Thank you guys for that insight. I'd like to ask if there have been any differences or similarities in your experience as entrepreneurs. Datara, would you say there's any similarities in those stories for you?
Similar story. I didn't get the first part of it.
Are there any similarities in your experience as what they just shared as an entrepreneur instead of being in the corporate world?
Oh, it's very different. We're self-funded, and so we rely heavily on our tribe to fund our business. And we don't have investors. We're not backed by investors. So showing up in big spaces like Sally Beauty, we may not have the marketing budget of our competitors. So for us, it's really important when our tribe goes out and they take a picture with the product on shelf. They do a shelfie. Those little things matter for us. So we heavily rely on our tribe to just show up for us, show off for us. But it's a lot different navigating when you're self-funding your own business and having to pay these big bills, because we all talk about the success and the wins, but it's a lot of ebb and flows, but I wouldn't change it for the world.
Amazing. Sita, would you like to share your experience?
This experience it's a journey. It is definitely a journey, and it's a journey, and it's definitely not for the weak. Everyone on this stage, and many of you that are trying to start your own brands or products, we're usually the first to have done this, and there hasn't been very many in front of us to be able to say, this is what you can do not to make the mistakes that I've made. Sally Beauty, as well as Shea Moisture, have been those resources that have been look, It's okay if you don't know this. It's a safe place, and we can be transparent and you can be vulnerable. But the other part to that is, I never really worked in corporate. I don't really work well with other people of authority. I know I'm a team of one, but I also know that it helped me realize that I cannot run this business and think that I know everything. I have to lean on other people with skill sets that I don't necessarily have. So that mentality, I've never spent time in corporate, so I can't say exactly, but I know that there's a formula to all of this, and I lean on the people that have been there, like Simone, that is like, okay, it's okay if you don't know everything else, but I can guide you through this journey.
I could definitely relate into being the first to do something. When I started my channel 11 years ago now, that was 2013. The word influencer was not a thing yet. I was a vlogger, kind of, a YouTuber. That wasn't really a word. Definitely wasn't a career choice. But the reason I even started my channel is because at the time when I went on YouTube and I typed in curly hair tutorial, it was how to curl your straight hair with a curling wand. I was like, this isn't for me. So I just found like a space, questions that needed to be answered, and I kind of just inserted myself there. And sometimes you have to do that when you realize that there's not a product for me, there's not something that does this for my hair, there's not a video for my type of hair. So, I respect that when you realize that, you guys took the action to, fill that space for the community. So with Rooted in Success, it's so important to make sure that we are creating spaces for ourselves and creating products, making changes in this industry. That's what Sally Beauty has created Rooted in Success program for, and the Black Hair Experience. So Sally Beauty believes in the importance of community and celebration of all textures and curl types. The brand has been long committed to elevating voices of textured hair innovators, as you can see. So tonight, can you explain a little bit more on Rooted in Success and Sally Beauty's further commitment to HBCUs nationwide?
Yeah, so Rooted in Success, it's all about representation, and it really aligns with our mission to engage and to inspire. And we're so grateful to be able to partner with the Black Hair Experience on that. I'm also super excited to share that we will be offering all active enrolled HBCU students a 10% discount. All you need to do is sign up in store. And our goal there is to just increase accessibility. So we're super excited to offer that initiative to all HBCU students. And yeah, we're excited to be able to continue showing up for HBCU students, and we look forward to continuing supporting you as we do have other initiatives planned as well.
Amazing. You guys better go get that discount. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Get that 10%. So it's been amazing to chat with you guys and learn more about being an entrepreneur, navigating the textured hair industry. I would like to know if you could each share one token of advice to give any young beauty entrepreneurs out there. We'd love to hear how throughout your careers you've been able to stay rooted in success. Starting with you again, Jessica.
Why not? If I had to give one piece of advice, this is something that I always lean into. If God gave you the vision, you have to go after it. Sometimes a person laying next to you at night might not even believe in your vision. Sometimes your grandmother might not believe in your vision, your mom, but he gave you the vision. Yep. And oftentimes we're supposed to be the trailblazer, which means you're the first to do it. So nobody is going to understand it until you've done it. So if God has placed a vision on your life, you are responsible to go after it.
Preach.
Well, amen. That was the word, child. So I think you've heard it throughout everyone talking specifically around the entrepreneurial journeys. Each one of them just talked about the power of community to clear a shelf, to help you feel like if no one else sees your vision, there's someone else out there willing to help move that vision with you, even if it's in just buying that item that came to you. So I really think if I was to say anything, it's like the journey may feel very alone sometimes. You may be a solopreneur. You may not have the team that you think you need to have. Remember, build it around community. Shea Moisture grew because of its community. We were able to do the things that we were able to do because of our community. So again, even if you're a solopreneur, build that network around you so that when you are putting that thing out there, you also have them pouring into you and telling you how much not only are you serving something that God may have given you, but you're also serving a need that they were hoping someone could help them with.
Another question for everyone. How many of you are entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs? Yeah, awesome. This is the first question I ask brands, especially emerging brands, when I meet with them, and it's, who's your target audience? And note, it's not everyone. It's so important to know who your audience is, who you're selling to, in order to build that connection with your consumer and build brand loyalty. So that is a discussion I love having with suppliers. If you're working on building a brand, if you want to expand in retail, make sure you know who your target audience is. It's such an honor to be in a space where I can provide mentorship and provide advice for emerging brands. So I'm super privileged to be in a space where I can do that. Yeah.
For us, our success has been simple, like hire Black women, have Black women friend. Our entire team, I'm proud to say, is Black women. And we wouldn't have been here without, where are my team members at? Where y'all at? These incredible women, these incredible women are touch points. The person you're gonna speak to on the phone, if something goes wrong, like, I don't do this by myself, so definitely want to shout them out. The buyers that believe in us has been a Black woman. Like every touch point of our success, I can thank God it's always been a Black woman. So get a Black friend. Like, you know, there's this huge misconception out there that Black women don't, you know, get along, we hate each other. And that has not been my experience, thank God. And I'm proud to say, like, all of our success has been because of Black women. Yeah.
I have so many thoughts rolling around in my head, but this is about the success of the brand, right? That's the original question.
If you can give like one main piece of advice.
One piece of advice, okay. My piece of advice that is to, we have a tendency that when stuff gets tough, we keep it in the house. Keep your business in the house. We've all been raised with that culture, that's a part of our culture. When you keep it in the house, you cannot get help. Point blank. You have to put it out in the atmosphere. You have to claim it, and you have to talk to people. You never know. We are an amazing, amazing group of people that look, Jessica got a cousin, DeBrat got a cousin, you know, Beyonce got a cousin. We are not that far separated, and we can never move forward trying to keep it all to ourselves. All of us hurt. All of us have trials. All of us are broke at one time or another. And the thing is, I didn't realize how much power we have when we collectively come together and put our dollars and put our inspirations, put our genius collectively towards one thing. We could change the freaking world if the powers that be, we make them respect what we bring to the table, and I'm talking like my mother because I'm using my hands, but not only respect what we bring to the table, but respect the dollars that we put into this economic universe. We have a lot more power than we think, and I say, I had to be, even myself, I had to be very, very conscious of how I spend my money. I make sure, I try to in every thought, is there another Black brand that provides the same product? My earrings are Black owned. My watch is Black owned. Not my bra, my panties are Black owned. This dress is Black owned. I'm using, my makeup is the lip bar. I try to purposely make sure that every single thing that I use and I buy for my family. This is my son right here. We have a family-owned business. My girlfriend that has helped me the whole time since 6 years ago to build this business, she's here. All of you, when you buy a puff cuff, you feed my family. That's just no lie. So my thing is just be very purposeful and intentional with the power that you have.
Beautiful. Well, thank you, ladies. Everything you've said has been so inspiring. Remember, we're still in February. If you guys have a vision board out there and you have Start My Business on your board, I hope this inspired you as well, that it is possible. There will be trials, but you can overcome them. And with certain programs, they even could escalate your career even sooner than you may imagine. So thank you guys for coming to this panel. If you do have any questions for our founders or innovators here, they will be walking around, so make sure you check out the Curl Club in the back, Legacy Hall, and don't forget to fill up those gift bags, because we got a lot of products in here too. So to my product junkies, this is your moment, and I hope you embrace that. Thank you so much.